Hello everyone, I'm so sorry. The video got disconnected. Okay, so this is the second part of our interaction. Talking about um, how groups are formed and what are the stages of forming a group. So this picture talks about the first stage, that is forming, then it is storming, then norming, and then performing and journey. So let me explain this to you in separate compartments. Okay, so let's see how groups are formed. The stage one of a group is formed with it start, beginning of the group, beginning of the team, that the team acquaints and establish ground rules, formalities, and are preserved, and members are treated as strangers yet. Okay, so where they meet each other, where the team members meet each other, where a certain ground rules have been laid, okay, certain responsibilities have been mentioned. So this is forming of the group, stage one. Stage two of stages of group is storming, where members start to communicate with each other, and they start sharing feelings and opinions and thoughts with each other. And at times, sharing of opinions and thoughts, there are clashes also. Hence, the word storming is mentioned. This is the second stage, where members start to communicate their feelings, their opinion, their thoughts, and still view themselves as an individual and not as a group member yet. Okay, that is storming. The third part, the third stage of forming of a group is norming, where people feel that they are part of a team and they realize that they can achieve work when they accept each other's viewpoints, each other's perspective. This is normalizing. This is norming. But people feel that now I'm a part of a group, and then I have to do certain things. I have to accept certain things to perform as an individual and also as a group member. Okay, this is norming. Second is performing, where the group starts performing. The team works in an open and trusting atmosphere where flexibility is the key, where adaptability is also okay, and hierarchy. Okay, stage like hierarchy, number one, number two, number three. Hierarchy is also of little importance. This is the stage four. Stage five is adjourning, where the team conducts an assessment of the year and implements the plan. They have reached to a certain level, they have performed to a certain level, and now they are looking back and having an assessment. What did we do well, and how we can implement in the next year also. In this part, they also start recognizing each other's contribution to the task. Okay, so that's stage five, my dear friends. So I'll just quickly once again tell you what is stage one. Stage one is forming, okay, where they meet each other and they behave as strangers. Number one. Storming, where they start communicating, they start displaying certain concerns, certain feelings, certain opinions, which might or might not be accepted, and then they start having small resistance within. That is storming. Then normalizing, that people feel that they are part of a team and they have to accept certain part of the group, certain perspectives, certain viewpoints. Then performing, they start performing with each other. They reach to a certain level where flexibility and adaptability is maintained, is cherished and nurtured. And hierarchy is also of little importance. Adjourning, the last step, the last stage of the group is adjourning. The team conducts an assessment of the year, what went correct, what needs to be improved, and where they also recognize and appreciate and acknowledge each other's contribution. All right, these were stages of group, my dear friends, and causes of poor group dynamics. First thing is weak leadership, because energy flows from top to bottom. Power flows from top to bottom. So if there is weak leadership, the leader is not a very healthy person, is not a very adjusting person, is not very flexible in thoughts. There are high chances of a group to perform poor. So weak leadership is very, very, important factor to look into why groups underperform. Second option is poor communication. What is the communication process? How is the communication process happening in the group? At times, what happens? People talk about the person and not to the person. So to perform better and we are when performing in a group, it is very important to talk to the person and communicate to the person and not about the person. So I want you to remember this. So poor communication is also cause of poor group dynamics. Inappropriate work distribution. Allocation of roles and responsibilities. If that is not done properly, it will still have a very bad effect on the group. Considering each other's roles and responsibilities, understanding each other's opinion, understanding each other's perspective is also very important in group dynamics, my dear friends. There must be many causes, but these three are the more prominent one. If we take care of these three, the group would perform better. Now, what is to be a good team member? This further slides talks about an individual, okay, as a team member. What is to be a good team member? Okay, so a team member should have a good communication. Good communication is, as I told you earlier, talk to the person and not about the person. And every problem, a majority of problems are sorted by communication. Like there is communication, there has to be a two-way communication. Just like this, it is one-way communication where only I am talking and I don't know. Are you getting the point? Are you not getting the point? What are your questions? What are your queries? I don't know. I'm just talking on myself, assuming that you are understanding. That is one-way communication. And that is not a healthy one. Communication where you see in this picture where both parties are talking, where thoughts are shared, opinions are shared, there is some conflict and there is some resolve. That communication is a healthy communication for a team member, for a group to perform better. So as a team member, one should have a good communication. Second thing is interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills means how you respect others' thoughts, how you behave in the group. Interpersonal skills are very important, are one of the very prime skills that has to be taken care of while working in the group. Okay, so interpersonal skills has to be taken care of. Second, organization. A member should be organized, or it is preferred to have good organization skills. At least few of the members in the group, because if the group members, all of them are not organized, the group will go haywire. So some of the members should have this quality, that is organization. Some of the members should have quality of sequencing the events that are performed in the group. So the team member should have organizational skills also. Second is problem solving attitude. Problem solving attitudes is thinking out of the box. And thinking out of the box comes from when you shift your mindset from rigid mindset to flexible mindset. Things starts folding up. So problem solving is an attitude, it's a skill that a member is preferred to have. Because when we are performing in a group, there is a task to perform, right? There is an event to take care. There is some goal to achieve. It's not always tug of war, right? There has to be some calculations also. There must be a lot of things. So members should have this skill also, problem solving ability. Adaptability to certain situations. Okay, because life or work is not linear. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sequence. It doesn't work like that. It is uncertain at times and it is non-linear. It will not work the way you want it all the time, right? So a certain adaptability, a certain flexibility is very important in thoughts. I remember one of my supervisors saying कि ऊंची दीवार ही हमेशा खतरे में रहती है because of the lightning. The lightning falls on the highest building. Okay, so instead of being rigid, instead of being very stiff, it is very easy to. It's very important to be flexible and adaptability. Right? So I hope this is something that you are going to cherish and nurture. We're talking about a group member. Okay. A person should have a healthy work ethic. Work ethic is something that morals and values that you nurture in yourself. So a healthy work ethics is something that you hold on to, something that you take care, something that you follow. You can also talk it as a culture of the family, and it can also be the the norms, the rules and regulations that you have been taking care of. Right? So work ethic is something that should priority. Okay, so I'll again quickly go through what are the qualities of a group member one should have. One is communication, second is interpersonal skills, next is organization, then problem solving attitude, then adaptability and work ethic. My dear friends, I hope this is something that this is something new to you. This is something that I was able to convey to you about group and dynamics and how teams perform. Okay. This is my contact channel. If you have any query, if you have any doubts, you can feel free to get in touch with me. And thank you so much for being there, patient and listening to me. And I hope you enjoyed the activity. I hope you enjoyed the videos of the group session here. Before going, there's one more clip that I want to show you of groups. Okay, hopefully you enjoy. And after the video, I will end the session. Okay, thank you so much once again. Thank you so much, the faculties, Kapuri ma'am, those who have given me this opportunity to talk to you in this fashion. Okay, I assume that things are clear, and I assume that you have understood some part of the presentation, some part of team building and group dynamics. Okay, so let's start with the session. Let's start with the video that I want to share with you. See what you can learn from that video. This is one of my favorite videos from Simon Sinek. And he talks about Navy SEALs. He talks about how team building is such an important part of their life. Okay, so let's watch.
Highest performing organizations on the planet. The Navy SEALs are one of the highest performing organizations on the planet. And a former Navy SEAL was asked, who makes it through BUDS? Who makes it through the selection process to become a SEAL? And he said, I can't tell you who gets through, who makes it, but I can tell you the kind of people who don't make it. He said the star college athletes that never have been really tested to the core of their being, none of them make it through. He said the preening leaders who like to delegate everything, none of them make it through. He said the big tough guys that come in with huge muscles, covered in tattoos, who want to prove to everyone how tough they are, none of them make it through. He said some of the guys that make it through are skinny and scrawny. He said some of the guys who make it through, you will see them shivering out of fear. He said, but every single one of them who makes it through, when they're emotionally exhausted, when they're physically exhausted, some way, somehow, they're able to dig down deep inside themselves to find the energy to help the person next to them.
He's talking about understanding. He's talking about how they are trained to help others, right?
Service. Service, giving to another, having their back, is what makes the highest performing teams in the world. Not their strength and not their intelligence. It's their willingness to be there for each other.
So be there for each other. That is the highest virtue one should follow in performing in group. Okay, my dear friends, thank you so much once again, and I hope you enjoyed this session.